Britches. If you're new here, hello, my name is Brittany, and it's time for another favorites video. I think it's been like a year since I've done a favorites, because y'all know I have been MIA for a while, but we're back, and we're here to talk about all the things that I've been loving. A lot of these are from, I would say, the past probably like 3 months. I've used a lot of makeup, but it's a lot of older makeup, and of course we have the newer stuff that's obviously trickled in. Hopefully everything sounds better than it did yesterday. Let me know your guys' feedback if the sounds okay. Let me know. I have a lot of these on my face right now. I will do my best to specify which ones. I will have everything linked down below. I know the Sephora sale's coming up. Start the loves list now, guys, because we got a lot to go through. And if you have any other videos that you guys want to see as far as product-wise, let me know, and I will certainly do that for you. So, happy hump day! I got my little drink. It's just a sun kiss. It's no fun today. God damn it. Hi, everybody in the live chat. We already know the Hourglass are going to be here. That was a given, right? Guys, do we sound better than we did yesterday? My sound was all fucked up yesterday. All right, I needed a little sip before I jump in everything, because I have a lot here. I'm going to start with some body, some hair, fragrance, and then we'll get into makeup, because I feel like for skincare, y'all know what I love, Tatcha. But I've got a few products that stand out between hair care and body and fragrance that they just need a little bit more love. But anytime you're wondering about my skincare, it's most likely going to be Tatcha. So starting off, I'll do body first because I just have one product. So I have talked so much previously about how I have a really hard time shaving. I usually get wax now because my legs are so sensitive. My whole body is super sensitive, but especially like my thighs and the back of my thighs. So I loathe shaving, but this has been quite the game changer for me. It's the Tree Hut Tropic Glow Moisturizing Shave Oil. First of all, smells amazing. Think Brazilian Boom Boom Cream, but not exactly. I feel like this is the one that everybody said was like a dupe for it. It's very reminiscent. It's very tropically, very coconutty. I love the smell of this, but I love the fact of using an oil versus a shaving cream. I usually would use conditioner, but this has been by far the best for me. So if you have a hard time shaving, or if you're more sensitive like I am, this has helped significantly with razor bumps. I just feel like it really hydrates my skin. And normally I'll get razor burn as well. And I feel like I don't really get razor burn whenever I use this. I think it's like 12 bucks, so it's definitely more on the affordable side. I love it. I tried it on a whim because I heard everybody saying that it was a dupe, like the scent was. And I tried it. I'm like, why is nobody talking about how good this is for shaving your body? Goddamn. So I love that stuff. Highly recommend it. And then moving into hair care. I know I've talked about this one previously, but I have gone through, I think, this is my 3rd bottle of this. And I see that, you know, Chris Appleton, he's the one that always does like the Kardashians' hair and stuff. So this is the Color Wow Raise the Root Thicken and Lift Spray. This makes such a difference when I do and don't use it. So I find that when I use it every single day, it will start to weigh my hair down a little bit, because I feel like you really have to wash your hair to get it completely out of your hair. According to Chris Appleton, you're supposed to saturate your hair, like basically have your hair dry, saturate it, and then almost like heat style it, as far as he suggests the Shark, like the air wrap. I use the Dyson because I think it's better. So I will go in, I'll spray like a couple sprays while I have my hair pulled out with my Dyson, and then I'll pull it back in. It's so good for my hair. It gives me volume, but it doesn't give me that crunchiness. Such a great product. The only downfall is I go through it so fast, but I don't care because I think it's worth it. It makes a really big difference, especially getting my volume up there, because I have very flat hair. Like, I have thin hair, but I have a lot of it. But my hair will just fall like pin straight if I don't use any sort of product to get it to, you know, lift up a little bit. So it's not crazy, but if you go back and watch, not last video, but the video before that, where my hair looks beautiful, it's because of this. I swear. When I freshly do my hair and use this, It just has the most beautiful volume. So I really love that product. Like I said, I've gone through, I think that's my 3rd bottle of that, and I just bought another one. So it's just the shit. I see you guys are having issues with the stream right now. I don't know what's going on. Everything looks good on my end, so I would encourage you, if you're having issues watching the playback, well, the playback's usually not the problem. If you're having an issue watching live, close it out and then try to reopen it. Maybe that'll work. Okay, moving on to fragrance. So this one, I don't know if this is available anymore, but this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time, and it's so expensive. But this is what I was using when I was almost completely offline. I use this almost every single day because it gives me all the feels. I'm a Disney freak. You guys know this by now. And this Avatar perfume is fucking glorious. Oh my God. If you've ever been on Flight of Passage, don't mind these flies. Look at... I even brought this down with me today because they're driving me crazy because it's so hot today. So all the flies came back out. So this Avatar perfume from House of Sillage. If you're familiar with Flight of Passage, oh my God. It's to the point where I've used so much. I don't know if you could tell how much. I used all of this in like 2 months. Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorite smells of all time. And this packaging, the fucking fly, it's driving me crazy. Okay, anyways, this perfume is so good. I don't even know how to explain it other than Flight of Passage. If you know, you know. Okay? So, I know, my bouginess. I know, Tracy. It's so expensive, but it's so fucking good. Even like the little, what do you call them? Like the perfume enhancers that were with that collection, those are also fantastic, but that fragrance is so fucking good. This perfume is another one. So this is the Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gioia, I think is how you pronounce it. This is my 2nd bottle of this. I bought this a month ago, and it's already almost gone. So the reason that I fly through this so fast is because I wear this every single day. This is my daytime perfume. So if anytime I roll my ass out of bed, I have to go run an errand, this is the one that I always spray on myself. It's like, it's got that, you know, the Acqua di Gio for the men? It's got that undertone to it, which is one of my favorite male fragrances. So it's got like that sweetness like that does, but it has almost like a freshness, a slight floraliness, but I feel like it's more fresh than floral. It's such a good perfume. And the fact that I've almost gone through this whole bottle already in a month is nuts. But it's because I use it almost every single day. So this was the one I started using when I stopped using this one. Because I was like, yo, I need to chill because if this goes out of stock, I'm about to be big mad. So I'm saving that one for more of like special occasions. This one I could just repurchase over and over again and it's fine. So my last fragrance that I've been loving, and you'll probably see this on my empties, I feel like this is the most basic bitch perfume, but I get the most compliments on this. My husband loves this one. He doesn't love it as much as the Bulgari Omnia Coral. That was his all-time favorite. But this one, every time I would spray it on myself, it smells so good. This is definitely more florally. I feel like Daisy's the perfect name for it because that's exactly what it reminds me of. I feel like it's still very appropriate for everyday sort of wear. You could wear it on a date night, but I feel like this is almost like I would wear this more during the daytime. So this was one before I was wearing this on the daily. This was the one I was wearing. So I really need to get the bigger bottles of both of these because these are staple perfumes for me. So even though I feel they're both fairly basic, I love them. And they're expensive, but comparing it to luxury fragrances like House of Sillage, they're definitely more affordable. And I like the fact that they have like multiple different sizes to choose from, especially right now. I feel like the best way to buy fragrance is buying them in gift sets because every brand has them for holiday right now. So that's it for my fragrance, my body and hair, and all the rest is makeup because I feel like a lot of the stuff you guys already know that I love. But when it came to my makeup, I just noticed I was always reaching for the same type of shit. And I found it interesting because my room was in shambles for so long. So I was reusing a lot of older products that I really haven't touched in a long time. So you're going to see all those right now. So let's start with an oldie but a goodie. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I used to use this all the time, and I just started reincorporating it back as my primer. And I just think my skin, like I have this on today, I think it just lays so nicely, and it gives a radiance to your skin. It gives that filtered look to your skin. But then when you put everything over the top, it peeks through just a tiny bit, but not too much where you're like, holy shit, your skin is insanely like reflective and shiny. Because I feel like there's a difference between a radiance and almost like a metallicness. This doesn't give that metallic look. It gives that radiant like beam off your skin. Such a beautiful product. I feel like everybody talks about this for such a good reason because it's honestly so good. Tracy, have I sniffed the Burberry Goddess? That's going to be one of my favorite perfumes for fall winter. I will be buying a gift set with that one because that one is so good. If you have not tried or smelled the Burberry Goddess, I'm waiting for either Sephora sale or I'm pretty sure that's coming to Ulta. But yes, fantastic fragrance. I really love that one for fall, winter time. Back to makeup. Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I've loved that for so long. And this will last you forever. I love the fact that they're now available in mini sizes as well. So I would encourage, get a mini size. If you've been wanting to try it, just get the fucking mini. It's going to last. Because I have had this for years. It's definitely expired at this point, but I don't care. I'm not getting rid of it. It still works. It still smells fine. Don't give a fuck. I only use it on myself, so it's okay. It's a good product, but the packaging seems to suck. I did have issue with my packaging at one point where it was leaking. I honestly really like the doe foot application for this, which I feel like a lot of people compare this to the Auric Glow Lust, which I'm pretty sure I have done the same. The products themselves are very similar, but I prefer this packaging over the Glow Lust, which is weird because normally I like a pump packaging better. But something about, you know, having that doe foot, I really like it for that product specifically. Next, we have some foundations. And this one really surprised me. It's the Smashbox Always On Skin Balancing Foundation. I was expecting to like this, but not as much as I do. It's not my favorite foundation of all time, but I found myself reaching for it a lot because this is more of, I'm going to say my summer shade because it's a little bit darker than what my complexion is right now. But I think this looks really flattering on the skin. It's a very nice, natural, but borderline radiant finish. I feel like it's not the most flattering on my texture, but I've gotten to the point where like I'm so comfortable with my texture, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. You know, I used to be really insecure about it. I used to try to find, you know, I still try to find the best products for texture, but if it accentuates it like a little bit, it doesn't really bother me that much anymore because I'm like, look at my skin, it's textured. It just is what it is. I need to get more facials in my life, I guess. But anyways, back to this. I know Tati was raving about this, and that's what made me want to try it because I trust Tati's opinions with like everything. So I tried it. It really surprised me. I did TikToks on it. I think it's a really nice foundation. But this is one I started just reaching back into my collection just to kind of try my older foundations to see which ones I still liked and didn't like. If you guys want a foundation video for the Sephora sale, let me know. But this Guerlain Terracotta, I think it's Le Teint. This is what I'm wearing today, and I think it looks so good. Very nice, natural. It gives you that natural finish. I'm going to say it's medium coverage. This is exactly what I look for because you look at your skin, you're like, okay, you're clearly wearing foundation, but I feel like it's still like daytime appropriate. Like I could wear this on a day-to-day basis, I feel, whereas some foundations, I feel that they're more appropriate for like an event or something like that. This one I just think is such a solid formula. I just really like it. It doesn't accentuate my texture, I don't think. I think it looks really nice. The color match is good for me. This just has everything that I look for. The only thing that I could see people not loving about this is it does have, it's got like a very makeup-y scent to it. and it's fairly strong. Like, I'm pretty sure this has some sort of fragrance in it, but it says it's a healthy glow, natural perfection foundation, 24-hour wear, which it's not 24-hour wear, but I feel like this wears very, very nicely for me. And it does say no transfer as well, but I don't believe that either, because I know, like, there's some times that I'll wear this when I'm working at the bar and I still have to blot and it will transfer. So I will say I would stand by the Healthy Glow Natural Perfection Foundation, and it's long wearing. So I do really, really like this one. Nicolette, I completely agree. Texture is part of being human. Your skin looks amazing with no makeup. With makeup, no matter what you wear. Oh, thanks, girl. So those are the two foundations I've been loving lately, but I still love so many of my old ones in my collection. Like I said, if you want a dedicated like foundation video, because I feel like the VIB sale is a really great time to pick up foundations because of how expensive they are. Moving on, this one surprised me so much because it sat in my drawer for the longest time, and I'm like, how did I even start using this? It doesn't even make sense in my head. So the NARS Sun-Kissed Bronzing Cream. I used to never, like, I shouldn't say I used to never use it because I really never used it. So when I first got this, I used it like a few times. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the dent that's in there now because I use this almost every single day. I don't know if it's because I started looking for, because I do the underpainting, I started looking for something that was deeper. That way it peeked through a little bit better, because I feel like when I was using like Westman Atelier Biscuit or even the Charlotte Tilbury Fair Medium contour wand, they weren't dark enough, I feel, for the underpainting technique. So this one I think I started reaching for, what shade do I have? Laguna. So I started reaching for this more, and I noticed that it has, even though it's a bronzing cream, I feel like this is a really good tone for me for a cream contour. So that is what I have as a cream contour on my face right now. I think what I like about this so much is because it blends out so easily. It's super creamy, but the undertone I think just works really well for me. I like this packaging. And I need to try the Vive one because I feel like they're going to be very similar. Except I feel like Vive is a little bit more warm tone, whereas this one I like the fact that it has that like neutral undertone. So this, I've been loving the shit out of it, but that dent though, that dent is so impressive for me because I don't use products like that. So take that with what you will. Next we have Vive Powder, which I feel like I never really talked about this product a lot, because if anything, I felt like this was one of my least favorite products, except I use this for a different purpose now. So I have the shade Light, and it's the Modern Powder Perfector. First of all, I fucking love Vive. Okay, I am Vive's #1 fan. And this powder, it's just a fucking powder. There's nothing super special about it. However, I have become a powder bitch. Like, the amount of powder that I put on my face today compared to what I used to use is probably triple the amount. Y'all remember how I used to do like barely any powder? Yeah, no, that's not how I roll right now. So now I'm getting into a more, I'm going to say like a more matte routine, but I still like to look naturally radiant. It makes no sense, but in my mind it does. So I have to be mindful of when my oils peek through, because I do have combo skin, so around like the perimeters and especially like in my nose area, I do get a little bit shiny. So this is the powder that I like when I'm like, all right, I want to like put like a finishing powder, or if I want to go through my makeup and just touch up certain spots. That's what I've been using this for. Or I'll just take a giant brush, like something like this. I'll just do a couple little dips in here, and then I'll just go over it. And it's like you don't really see anything, but it just mattifies everything down just a little bit. So this, I think, is a great powder if I was this person to keep in my purse, but I never bring makeup products in my purse. The only thing that goes in my purse for makeup is lip products. I don't reapply really anything, but that what you just saw me do right there, that's what I've been using this for. Then I have this powder. So I've been reaching for this a lot because I have been wanting to compare my feelings to my holy grail, which is the Givenchy. So this one is still my favorite. If you were to ask me, Brittany, which one should I get? I'm probably always going to say Givenchy because I feel like nothing is better than this. But this powder right here, it's the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. What a name. I really like this packaging. So in the top, you see how it's got this little sifter? I like the sifter because I've been testing this one too. The one size powder, it's not fine enough for me. And I feel like that's what really helps, like the sifter and the Huda powder. I feel like it really does help make the powder more fine. So I feel like packaging wise, this needs a little bit of improvement because I always feel that it applies too heavy, and it's because the powder is so just together. Whereas this, you give it like a couple of those, and it's super fine. I really like the color of this as well, but this one's still better because it's more of, I think, a flattering formula. But the Huda is nice if you really want to mattify everything, because I feel like this is a definitely more of a mattifying powder than even the Givenchy. I feel like Givenchy is better if you want more of a natural powder finish, whereas Huda, it's gonna be, yeah, you're definitely wearing foundation. I also feel that Givenchy lasts a little bit better. Like sometimes I feel when I use the Huda, I get a little bit more oily. I don't know if it's the powder or if it's how it's working with the foundation or whatever the case is. But I almost always find when I wear the Givenchy, I could get away with not like blotting or powdering my face. So this is where I still feel that this is still the winner out of the three. I'm going to say one size, third place, Huda second, Givenchy number one. And it's so good. I love it. Moving on to concealer. So I have tried a few concealers lately. I've tried, as of recent, House Labs, Tower 28, and also Makeup by Mario. But this one's the best one. So I find there's something that I like about all of these. This one is just perfect. This might even be my favorite concealer I've ever tried. I know. But I really need to do a video comparing my Dior Forever, because this has been my number one forever. These two, these are top two right here. That's how you know it's real, because this concealer's fucking bomb. So the Makeup by Mario, I like the coverage. And surprisingly, I like this one for under my eyes. I don't like it for the rest of my face, just under my eyes. The Tower 28, I don't feel that it has enough coverage. Even for the little coverage that I personally need, it's not enough for me. If you're wanting something that's more like everyday appropriate, okay, fine. The formula of it is fantastic. I just wish it had more coverage. The House Labs, I'm still gathering my thoughts on it, but I'm telling you, like, as soon as I tried the Natasha, anybody that says this is a bad concealer, they're fucking lying. I'm just kidding. Everybody has preferences, guys. But this one, it's got coverage. Like, I'm going to say it has medium to full coverage. It has a more thin consistency, which I personally like because it's not heavy. I have the shade, I think it's 4N, because I know or N4. I get that question a lot. I love the packaging. I literally love every single thing about this concealer. If you have mature under eyes, fine lines, texture, this is the one. Or this is the one. Top two concealers of all time for me. I know. It's crazy. Like, I still can't believe it, but I honestly didn't expect to like the Natasha that much because I've tried Natasha foundations. They didn't really work out great for me, but boo-hoo! Bitch, this is so good. So this, definitely recommend. If you're wanting to try it, put it on your loves list. But Natasha Denona is available at Ulta, so use those points, baby. All right, went through those. Oldie but a goodie. I've had this one for a while, but I've recently fallen back in love with it. The Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat. So I go back and forth between this and the Huda Beauty Bomb Brows Micro Shade Bright White Micro Shade Brow Pencil. Yeah. So the reason I've been favoring this one is because I feel like I get my brows done a lot faster. I do have this on my brows today. And I like the shade of this one a little bit better because I think it better suits my hair color. Whereas the Huda, it's a little bit too dark. But when I want a more dramatic brow, I go for the Huda because I feel like I could just make them look super snatched. What am I saying? This makes them look so much more natural. And like I said, I get them done super fast. And my favorite thing about this is it's refillable. Why aren't all brow pencils refillable at this point? Not really sure, but that's an oldie but a goodie. I've loved that one for a while. That was a Patty Alonso recommendation. And at first I hated it, and I've grown to love it. So there's that. Next we have another oldie but a goodie. I've been using this a lot lately. It's the Val Soft Focus Setting Spray from Hourglass. I used to only use this. And then I kind of fell off because I'm just trying new ones. You know how that goes. But since I've been using a lot more powder lately, it's almost like my face is so matte that I want to give my skin a little bit more life again. Fucking flies. And this is just magic in a bottle. It really is. It gives you that like filtered effect to your skin. It's a super fine, it's so glorious. A super fine spray. I like the scent of it. I love everything about this. And I think it's just a truly magical face spray. I don't think it does anything necessarily for longevity. I think it's more of to get everything to kind of settle into your skin, marry everything together. And it just gives you that Val effect that I fucking live for. So there's that. I also have to talk about some brushes really quick before I get into my palettes because y'all know I love my Refer, I love my BK Beauty, I love Unearthly Cosmetics, my Patrick Ta, my Vive. I still love all of my brushes that I always talk about, right? But ever since I started using another product we're going to talk about today, I've been using this brush a lot, which like, I think I just pulled it out one day, used it, and then I just kept reaching for it every day. It's from Oden's Eye, and it doesn't even have a name on it. It's just like a powder brush, but it's so good. I love it. I use it for, I'll use my ambient setting powder or my veil powder. I'll put that under my eye. I'll drag it up like this. And then I just like to go over everything just like that. I like it, and it's super soft. But this is my must-have brush. This is such a powerhouse brush, and I fucking love it. It's the BK Beauty 109. So I used to rave all the time about the 101. No, that's not it. The foundation brush. I think I've got like 4 of these now at this point because I use them all the time. So it's just a little mini size. I use this for concealer. I use this for my cream contour, my liquid or cream blush. You can use it for liquid or cream highlight. You could use this for foundation if you want. Staple. This brush is so good, and I don't feel like that I talk about it like enough. I can't get enough of this brush. I think this is the best brush that BK Beauty has done. Second to the 101. This is the travel one. But the 101 is a bomb-ass brush. But I love this one more because you could use it for so many different things. So I love that one. Wanted to give that one a little shout out. Then let's talk about some palettes because y'all knew this was coming. I can't stop using these palettes, guys. So these are the new Hourglass Holiday Face Palettes. I got the snake, the jellyfish, and also the leopard palette. If you were to ask me which one that I use the most, I would have to say leopard. I feel like this is just the best one for my complexion. But this is what I wish the owl was. I wish we could completely make a custom palette for our personal preference, you know? Because here's why I say that. There's certain things that I love about each of these palettes. So it's like, I wish that I could be like, okay, I want to take this blush and like these 2 blushes. Well, I'm backwards. This blush and this blush. They're my favorite things about that, about the Snake palette. Then we have the Leopard, the bronzer, and I personally like these two and this Val powder here. So I wish I could take those out of this palette. And then for the Jellyfish, because this one is so light, like this one I feel like is more for fair to light complexions. The bronzer, it works, but I have to build it so much to get it to look the way that I want it to. But I love these two powders right here. So there's certain things that I love about each one, so I'm glad that I own them all. But if I had to choose one, based on how much I use it, I would say this one right here, which is the Leopard. This blush, the Mood Exposure, it doesn't really work on my skin tone. It's like I don't know why, because I feel like it should. But I love, personally, this one the most, too. I say the most, too. Like, there can only be one that I love the most. But it's like I love them for different reasons. You can't tell me to pick from my favorite children, okay? But this has the most new shades in it. But this one, I would say, is not as ideal for my complexion. I feel like the bronzer is a little bit too warm for me. But, like, all the blushes in here, I really do enjoy. But these two... oh, I love these two. Especially that one right there, my middle finger. They're so beautiful. I love them all, okay? I'm glad that I own them all. That's just my opinions. I had to share these, though, because I still love these. But before these came out, because I wasn't here for a while, I used the piss out of this palette. This is the Hourglass Lighting Edit Sculpt and Set. I don't even think this is available anymore. I use this every single day before those palettes came out. So bronzer-wise, I've been rocking with Hourglass for at least 8 months. At least in my mind, it's been 8 months. It's been a while, because this palette, because this bronzer for me is like perfect. I love it. This whole palette is a solid one for me. I have the, I don't even remember what it was called. I have the blush version as well, but I used the Sculpt and Set significantly more than the other one. So that's it for the face palettes. I love those Hourglass palettes, as you guys probably assumed that I would. Next we have eyeshadow palettes. So I have been rocking this one quite a bit. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmos palette. I love this color story. I think it works perfectly for me, what I look for. It's got some specialty shades. This is like my favorite shade in here. And I don't even wear that. Guys, ignore the fly, okay? I've had enough. The blue shade in here, I love this Mercury shade. Like, I just, yes, they did this palette so insanely well. It's so good. Fantastic palette. I found myself reaching for that one quite a bit. Let me swatch these so you guys could see how beautiful they are. You know that first blue one that I swatched? This one here? This kind of reminds me of the blue from the Pat McGrath Bridgerton palette. But shades, these are some of my favorite eyeshadow shades. They're almost like a pewter. So good. Okay, so that's been one palette that I've been really enjoying. Next we have... I didn't do a video on this one because this was when I was still not really sure when I was coming back. So this is the Lunar Beauty, the Full Fantasy palette. Look at how gorgeous is this fucking palette, though. Oh, man. Same here. Look at... love shades like this. I don't even know why, but man, this is just fantastic palette. I've used this shade. I've used this one. What this color story. I fucking love it. So this was the one that was in collaboration with Laura Lee. I think this is so pretty. I love it. I need to use it more, but I wanted to feature that one because if you want a video still on that collection, let me know. But I just think the color story is stupendous. And then we have... missed it. Oh, shit. I think I just popped one of my eyeshadows out. Maybe not. I was like, did I just break it? Then we have the I Need a Nude palette from Natasha Denona. I feel like on camera right now it looks more cool tone than it actually is. Does that look cool tone to you guys? At least it does to me. I'll have to adjust my settings a little bit more, I think. But let's talk about this one because I've been using this a shit ton as well. This is what's on my eyes today. I like this palette. Am I in love with it though? No. I like it. I like it a lot. But I still feel like there's something missing. And that's because I feel like this needs more depth. Because there's a lot of... I'm going to say this palette is more neutral than cool toned. So I feel like with this palette... I got to try to adjust this really quick. Because it's bothering me how it looks. Because I want you guys to see. I feel like that's more true to how it looks in person. So with this... It's like, the best thing about this palette for me are the metallics. I think the metallics are beautiful. They're more, I feel, approachable. They give you that, like, light and dusty sort of effortless, chic sort of a look to them. But the mattes are great, but this one's been a little bit tricky for me. So for me, this one, I'm like, I know when I use this shade, it's going to take me a little bit more work because I feel like this one, you can't really blend it. You have to pat it. So take that with what you will. I feel like if you're trying to go in and smoke this out to get a really well blended eyeshadow, you're not going to get that with this one. Just this one right here, which is unfortunate because that's the darkest shade of the palette. So I personally, if I had to choose between this or Biba, I'm going with Biba. I think Biba still is better than this. But I really like the metallics in here. I really like how approachable this is. I think it's perfect for the most basic bitch of all time. It is a great palette, but it's like I like it. I love, like, it's in my current favorites, so I still like it, but I'm still like, I wish I had more. Almost like how I feel about the Charlotte Tilbury palette that we talked about a couple days ago. I just wish that there was more in there. But then again, it's like, okay, I could just reach for another palette because I have darker eyeshadows. But I personally like when my palettes, like, complete themselves. Like, I don't really like to reach for multiple different palettes. It's just how I am. But I do like this one. I'm glad that it's the midi versus the bigger palettes. I really want to see a Metropolis style palette again though. Like less but more shades for that 100 price range. I loved Metropolis. I love the whole structure of it. You had so much variety. I love it. What are you guys talking about? It does look like it needs some depth. I think that's why I haven't bought it yet. It's like it needs something more than just this one. But it's like, but the eye look is pretty though. Right? I like it. Okay, last up we have more eyeshadows. So I talked about these during my last Sephora haul, I believe. The Sephora charged up liquid eyeshadows. Guys, these are so fucking good. And I want to say they're currently available for $6 on the Sephora website. These are so worth it. This is my favorite one. This is the shade Shocking. And when I tell you I get compliments every single time that I wear this, it's so fucking beautiful. So what I like to do is I'll just apply it on my eye and then I'll just tap it out with my finger. And it's just like the most perfect all over sort of sparkly vibe. And then I'll usually let it dry and then I'll put another coat if I want it to be a little bit more pigmented. These will last all fucking day. These are probably the best liquid eyeshadows I've ever used. And they're usually $12, but they're on sale right now for $6. So, love these ones, especially this shade right here. But then I also got this one during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. It's from Rem Beauty or REM, Ariana Grande's brand, you know. So this is the shade Fembot, which I love the shade of it. I love the shade name. I think they're just called like their liquid eyeshadows. I'm pretty sure this is like the best one, but it gives me a similar vibe as that other one, except I feel like this one's more pink, whereas the Sephora is more purple. Hold on, let me swatch them side by side so you guys could see. Yeah, the Sephora is definitely more purple. So with the Fembot, it's got almost like a pink blue shift, whereas the Sephora, it has almost like a pinky purpley shift. So these are different. They're way more different than I thought. Let me move back so you can really see how these look. But beautiful, right? And I got this for 13 bucks. You know what? I could probably put this. Do I want to ruin this eye look right now? Do you want me to see? Do you want to see me put this on? Because I will. Let's do it really quick, just so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. I don't love the packaging on these, like I was saying, but this is how I'll even apply these ones. You just draw it right on here. And it's like you could either leave it like that, you could do a cut crease sort of a moment. I usually like to grab a brush and either feather out the edges to get it to lay a little bit more flat. Or I'll take a fluffy brush. This is kind of hard when I already got these long ass lashes on. But I think that these are awesome for when you want longevity. So you can't really see a huge difference, but in person and when light hits it, that's when you can really see the sparkle, the color shift, all that stuff. Super pretty though, right? I feel like I need to do the other eyeball now. But I really, really like those. I have become such a big fan of like one and dones. Y'all know this. But that is it for... No, it's not. I still got lip products. What the fuck you doing, Brittany? All right, lip products. I was like, that's it for my current favorites. No, it's not. All right, let me balance this eye out really quick so I don't look crazy throughout the rest of the video. If you guys have questions in the meantime, let me know. But this will give you an idea of just how fast you could turn your look from day to night. So it's like, just draw it on there, blend her out, and you're good to go. Actually, I'm going to use the other side of this one. This is how I feel like I would usually do it. Just feather it out with a little bit of a fluffy brush. Done. Love that for me. Okay, lips. I have been using a lot of the same ones. I hope you guys can't see like how hairy my armpits are right now because I was supposed to get waxed tomorrow. Don't fucking judge me if you saw it, okay? So first one, Natasha Denona. This is the I Need a Rose lipstick in the shade Peony. So what I've been doing a lot, let me get another makeup wipe so I can get this stuff off my hand. I've been wearing a darker lip liner, almost like a deeper, little bit more of a brown lip liner, and then putting this one on top because by itself, it's almost like too pink for me. There's a time and a place. I feel like springtime or summer is the only time I really rock a super pink lip. So this is what it looks like by itself, but with a brown lip liner underneath. So good. Love that one. I also have been reaching for the Hourglass Unlocked lipstick in the shade Tide. I don't even have like the normal shape anymore. Same thing, except I'll use a slightly pink, or this is more pink. What do I usually use with this? I want to say it's BK Beauty Spice maybe. See, I love, like, this is like some of my favorite, like a nudie pink. Love it. But these have been living in my purse because I just like, I like the finishes that give you that, like, it's, I'm going to say it's not satin. It's more of like a juicy than a satin finish. I feel like it's definitely got some shine to it. I love lips like this. So next one is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. So on my lips right now, I have the Vive lip liner in the shade Rumor. And then the Dior, I think these are the Dior Addict Lip Shine. This is the shade Tide and Dior. So this shine that's on my lips right now is from this. It's so shiny and juicy. Such a pretty formula, except it looks darker on my lips right now because of the lip liner. This lip liner is dark, so let me give you a little swatch of that. So here is Rumor, and then I'll give you a swatch of this lipstick. This is my most used lipstick right now. So let me build this up. It's a little bit more sheer, but you're gonna see it's got a super high shine finish to it. I love this shit. I love juicy looking lips because it looks more flattering and they look more kissable. Love that for me. And then I've also been reaching for this a lot. The Rare Beauty lip oil, tinted lip oil in the shade Hope. I wish that I liked more of the shades of these because I think this is such a great product. This one's a little, it's like borderline too pink for me, but on top of a brown liner, it works perfectly. I don't know, like the undertones for these, I love the packaging on this too. But the undertones on these, when I swatched them in store, I'm like, I don't love these for me. But I feel like on the lips, they look different. So this one I like when I don't want to think about it because it's a lip oil, but it's also like a stain. So when I apply this, I feel like I don't have to constantly reapply it, but I like that it's got that shiny looking finish. It's super pretty. But if you want the most ultimate, shiny, sparkly looking lips of all time, I think I got this during my last Sephora haul. The Patrick Ta, what is it called? I'm assuming it's just called the, oh wait, it's right here. Major Glow Lip Shine. In the shade She's Expensive. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to try to give you guys, I feel like this is one you definitely want to layer. Do you see that lip gloss though? Ah, it's so good. It's so shiny. It looks like crushed up diamonds on your lips. That's what I love. I wanted to see this, like more shades of these for holiday. Because I know he just came out with that new one that we've seen like all over Alex Earl. I don't like that formula because I don't like the cinnamon. I don't know. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like how it tastes. This formula I feel is so much better than the other one. That's just my opinion. But those are all of my current favorite lip products. I need to know what you guys are talking about now. So if you guys were just here for my current favorites, that was it. I hope you enjoyed, and I want to know what you guys have been loving. But let me see what this live chat's talking about right now, because I'm nosy as fuck. Did I order the Charlotte Tilbury Elton John lipsticks? I didn't yet. I just saw that there's another Beauty and the Beast collection coming out. And Vive just announced their holiday today, so I might pass. But I also think that they're super cute, so... Oh! Okay, what are you guys talking about? The Natasha Denona, the Trio Chrome, or the Trichrome. I don't know how I feel about that one, guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'm going to, like, run out and buy that one. But then again, I'm like, it's Natasha Denona, so I probably will. Also, guys, little update. I don't know if you guys noticed from my description box. I have a code with Natasha Denona now. I'm officially back, baby, guys. I now have code BRITCHES for Natasha Denona website for, I think it's 15% off. So if you're ever shopping Natasha Denona website, feel free. Hey, girl, hey. Motivate the Earth, you were on our live last night. Yes, we're back. I'm so glad you guys are all still here. Oh, did you guys also see? Look at the Natasha Denona mini. All right. Let's do this really quick. All right, we're gonna jump to what we were talking about yesterday. We're probably gonna revisit again in another week or so. But since it's news and since it just got talked about today or posted about today, let's jump over to Trend Mood really quick and see what the fuck she got going on, because I'm like, wait, why did everybody decide to announce today what was coming out? Because what the fuck? All right, so first things first, Natasha Denona. This is what they're talking about, or this is what they're talking about right here. Guys, don't tell me congrats. Thank you. I need to say thank you to you guys because without you guys, I would not have been able to get a code. So thank you guys. So this is the Natasha Denona Mini Trichrome palette. A part of me is like, oh my god, this is so cute, and I kind of want it, but I'm like, is this something I'm actually going to use? We shall see. Let's see what else got unveiled today. So if you guys were wondering what we were talking about earlier with the Elton John, these are the two lipsticks. I love the packaging. Super cute. So those are available now. I don't know if you noticed this, I also have a code with Charlotte Tilbury, guys. Description box at the bottom. Look at me. I'm coming back and getting all these codes. I love this for us, everybody. I love saving you guys money with codes. And then I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. It makes me wonder, like, why are there so many Beauty and the Beast collections coming out right now? But that color story, you already know I'm going to buy this shit. Because goddamn. Goddamn. But this is the other one I wanted to show you. Because remember when I said last night that Patty was texting me at the same time? She was sending me this palette. And I didn't realize that Glamzilla, she must have gotten like the inside scoop to be able to leak this. Hang on. Where was it? I just seen it. Oh, maybe it got taken down. It's the new Huda Beauty palette, though. Hold on. Let me jump over to another one. Let's see if I can find it really quick. It's like a grungy palette from Huda Beauty that's coming out. This was the one I'm like, I don't want to say nothing because it hasn't been released yet or it hasn't been announced. And then fucking Glamzilla posts it. But I think it's on Glamzilla's TikTok. Hold on. Let me see if it's on. How do these makeup accounts have it up yet? Or I want to say they had it up. Hold on. All right, and it's not on Glamzilla's. So I don't know where it is. If anybody has it, let me know. I'm like scrolling to see if I can find. Maybe Motivate the Earth has it. Come on. Do we got it? Do we got it? Do we got it? You know who I think has it? Angel Naked. Angel Naked. We're going to talk about this more probably next week, but we'll show it for funsies if it's on here. It's not on here either. So maybe it wasn't supposed to get leaked by Glamzilla. Maybe she did it on accident. Yes. It's a grungy palette. And I know I fucking seen it. It was Hot Fire Makeup that posted it. Where's my phone at? Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know where my phone is. That could be problematic. Yeah, it's a grungy palette. I have no idea where my phone went. Oh, right here. All right, investigator coming at ya. I know it was Hot Fire Makeup. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Because this is the one Patty sent me last night. And I was like, fuck, if I knew it got posted. Look, we'll talk about this next week. Look at this. Pretty grunge. We'll talk about it next week, though. But it was posted before, so I don't know where the fuck it went. Either way, there is more Natasha Denona coming. I'm so excited. So much stuff. Heck no, don't even want to post anymore after ABH took my Instagram news. What? That's what happened? I was wondering what happened, but I didn't want to be like, yo, bitch. What the fuck? I look at it this way. Even if it's like, if it gets put out there for the ability to be leaked, just fucking announce it. Right? Because it's like, once it's leaked, it's leaked. Pull a Patrick Ta. If anything, it's like, I feel like it's more beneficial when they get leaked. Because, did you notice the Patrick Ta palette is already sold out? I firmly believe it's because a store accidentally put it out because nobody knew about it. Then this girl posted TikTok that everybody freaks out like me. I'm telling you, I think it's... These brands think we're stupid because, you know what? How does every single Natasha Denona, like, collection get leaked? leaked. It's a problem. Anyways, I'm going to stop being so saucy. And that is it for today's video. If you guys have any products you guys want to see me try or pick up for the holiday season, please give me all the feedback because I'm going to be spending so much money. I need to calm the fuck down a little bit. So I would thoroughly appreciate your feedback on that. Sephora accidentally posted it for hours. They didn't even warn me put an infringement. Wow. All these fucking companies suck. What the fuck? I know Huda was so upset when something of hers got leaked before. Which it's like, I get it. I get it to be upset. But, like, how do these images get out there, though? That's what's always confusing to me. Like, because a lot of the time, it's professional images from the brand. So it's like, how is your shit getting always leaked? I don't get it. Anastasia is another brand that I feel like it happens all the time. Either way, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up because I see that there's 100 people watching and only 50 thumbs ups. I'll wait. No, I won't. I'm leaving for today. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and hopefully I will be back tomorrow, but we shall see. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye!